I did want to double back around because I love a good story. And having the record label guys tell you that the first song on the CD was the one that they didn't want you to record, and then have it turn out to be the one that they liked is a good story. But it makes people think that maybe if we just left it there, that it sounds a little troubled or whatever. But Sugar turned out to be an amazing piece of work. It's a great CD, and I have the sense that you feel that way too. I read that I think that you had a flight to catch or something like that, and had just a couple of hours and went in to do some vocal work or something.
Yeah,
it had a real emotional response to the record.
Yeah. The second session we worked in Hollywood at Jack Johnson's studio, the solar powered plastic plant, which is exactly what it is. It's a solar power studio. And Robert Carranza, who's done a lot of stuff with Jack, but also most of the Beastie Boys stuff after Paul's Boutique, and a lot of stuff. He's worth looking up, Robert Carranza. And he's just a great guy and a great friend on top of that. And, it's funny, like, when you're trying to go in a studio and the sound you're trying to capture, because just because I'm playing here right now, there's a million ways that you can capture and manipulate the sound of what we're doing out here in the control room. And, I had given Robert a bunch of old blues records, and so we had some sonic references of what we were trying to accomplish with the sound, but which is really kind of like a raw and dirty, live, unpolished sound. And it's one thing to say to a producer, I want it to sound like crap, like I want it to sound like an old blues record, which, really lo-fi. I want it to sound old. And then it's another thing for them actually to kind of really go for that, and man, he really did it. So yeah, I went in, and there was just that one day, and actually he was playing the title track Sugar, and which is not like a really like emotional, tear-jerking song, but I started to cry, man, because he had the sound just like so dialed in, and here's this kind of like heavy-hitting stomp of a song, and I was just like, tears were rolling down my face. I was like, Robert, man. Robert's a big guy. Robert, thank you. I love you, man. And he just had nailed the sound, and it was something like that when you really feel like, man, you put a lot of work into it, because, the recording session's 5 or 6 or 10 days, but, you're spending 2 years and really a whole lifetime of experience leading up into that moment when you get to make it.
And I think another thought that goes along with that, this record was recorded live to eventually play live.
Yeah. Well, I think on this, and isn't that how all records should be? But it's funny how, sometimes you can write a lot of tunes, and, as a performer, you always know, like, what goes over. Well, not today, because you guys can't clap in between songs, but I don't know if you didn't like that or did. I'm just going to hope you did. But, like, usually you could tell, like, when you're playing a show, like, oh, people are going to get a beer during that song that I thought was really great. Or that's like a bathroom break song. Or whether this is a song that people are rushing to the stage to hear, or at least staying for, And especially now, this is our 21st year on the road, and we have a lot of repertoire. So more than ever, like, when we put a record out now, we want to make sure that, like, man, we really want all of it to translate well live and be something that people want to hear live. So that's part of the goal right now for us, to make records. Let's make something that we want to play and is going to add to our repertoire.
G-Love is in the studio this afternoon and at the Voodoo Lounge tonight with Keb Mo. We'd love to hear another song.
All right. Well, this is I always like to play a serenader on last song on every record, and this is kind of about that perfect night at home with the one that you love. And this one's called Bad Girl Baby Blues. Let's spin some old records, baby, or just give me half a chance to get you dancing around my room with nothing but your underpants. Light some candles, yeah. Oh, baby, let's burn one down tonight. We've been blackout and bruised, bloodshot and blue, torn down, hung up, don't you know what, honey? Yeah, we paid our dues. We had our bouts and our doubts. Yeah, and I'm just crazy over you. Oh, it's hard to say all the reasons that I love you when you're pushing me out the door. I once had a heart, yeah, I gave it away, now it's yours. Oh, treat it good, baby. So let's get some pawn shop glasses with some Pinot on the wall. Oh, just look at me deeply, baby, I'm the man and know just who you are. You're the one I choose, I refuse to lose my bad girl baby blues.